Happy Mother's Day, everyone. From my heart to yours, I hope that this day is filled with love, given to you by yourself, by all the mother figures in the world, and to all the mother figures in the world. And today I wanted to talk about how each of us has a mother within ourselves. I titled this talk A Mother for All because we have a divine mother. A divine mother for all of us, as well as a feminine aspect within all of us that is capable of tremendous compassion and caring. Which, when we think of mothers, I know that's what I think of. I think of a mother's love as unconditional. I think of it as very, very open and very, very deep. And that's the kind of love that not only can we give our children, but we can give ourselves as well. I wanted to talk about the Divine Mother. The Divine Mother for each of us can be very different depending on what tradition you have practiced or have engaged with in the past. But the Divine Mother is the feminine aspect of God. It's represented as Kuan Yin or Tara, the mother of the Buddhas in the East. In Hinduism, it's represented as all different kinds of aspects. There's Mahashakti, which is all the aspects of the Divine Mother, the divine power of the Divine Mother. And certainly there's all of these aspects of the Divine Mother, Mahalakshmi, Mahasaraswati, and so on and so forth in the Hindu tradition. And in the Christian tradition, we certainly have Mother Mary. And it was also researched that Jesus himself talked about his relationship with the Divine Mother. This research comes from Jesus Lived in India and the Unknown Life of Jesus Christ. And he talked about teaching Nigama tradition. And he was teaching mother tradition to people who didn't know about it in this interim period between when he came back to his homeland. And he talked about how the Divine Mother lifted him up, lifted his spirit up, like the hair on his head lifted him up. And so in every single tradition, there is an aspect of the Divine Mother, of the feminine aspect of God. And for me, this has been the greatest gift I have received in my spiritual progress, in my spiritual exploration. The connection to the Divine Mother has made the difference in everything for me. And we'll practice it later on if you'd like to join me. But I want to talk about, what is this Divine Mother? Is it Mother Earth? Is it, God's wife? Like, what is this? How it was presented to me and how it has really made the most sense within my heart is this. There's a masculine aspect of God, Shiva. There's a feminine aspect of God, Shakti. Those are the names for it in Sanskrit, in ancient Sanskrit, which is basically the precursor to all major other religions and traditions. But even more than that, even simpler than that, the Shiva-Shakti relationship is like this. There's the core of the sun, right? This masculine core. But then there are the rays of the sun that take that energy and spread it to everything around it. That is the Divine Mother. Our Divine Father is like the sun, that burning, deep abyss of presence and love and compassion and absolute creation in every single moment. And then there's the rays that carry that and give it and distribute it to everyone in all these different ways. And that is the Divine Mother. Whew. I even feel the grace as I speak of it right now. It's these qualities of the Divine Mother, of beauty, compassion, wisdom, that make our life rich, that make our lives more beautiful, that touch every aspect of our lives with grace, with an embrace of a mother's love. The Divine Mother, you can go to the Divine Mother anytime, and she will welcome all of her children, just as you can go to the Lord Father as well. You can go to either. It's a beautiful, beautiful practice. And so later on today, in this little talk, I'd like to connect to the Divine Mother with you. But before that, I wanted to talk a little bit about being a mom here in this physical world myself. I became a mom over the past 2 years. I have 2 girls. And through my practice, it has become very clear to me that as a mom, my focus has become about making sure my daughters feel safe, secure in their own intuition, in their own inner guidance, in their own humility, in their own power, in their own ability to create their life, in their own ability to show compassion for themselves and for others. Because that's ultimately what the Divine Mother has taught me, is how to have compassion for myself. Because the relationship with self then filters to every other river of relationships in your life. So I challenge you to ask yourself, how would a loving, compassionate mother treat you in each moment of your day? Would she scold you? Would she punish you? Would she tell you how horrible you are? Would she cause you tons of stress because you didn't get something done? How would a benevolent, unconditional mother treat you? And that is what we are being called to do for ourselves, and to invite into our hearts, and to know that it's already there within our hearts. I also wanted to take a moment today to recognize that our relationships with our earthly mothers can be complicated, to say the least. I don't know a single person that hasn't gone through some form of trauma or having to work through attachments within their own family relationships. It's just a part of being human. It's just a part of this journey and remembering who we truly are. But despite our relationships with our physical mothers being difficult, whether your mother is still here today in this earthly plane, or whether she has passed, or whether she's right next to you right now, or whether she's a phone call away, know that a mother's love, no matter how it may seem, is truly at its core the most powerful love you can experience. I read this incredible book. It was about a woman's experience, life after death. And she said she was speaking to God. And God was saying that the strongest prayers that are seen as flashes of light from the heavens by angels are those prayers from mothers to their children. Because they're so strong and they're so deep. And they're about as close as unconditional love as most people experience here on this earthly plane. Mothers were given the gift of holding life, of being able to bring life into their bodies, through their bodies. Let the spirit and energy of a new being enter them and come through them onto this planet, which is a tremendous privilege and a tremendous responsibility and a tremendous self-sacrifice. I was reading the first 40 days after postpartum, mothers' brains get completely rewired so that they are able to get to that place of deeper compassion and self-sacrifice. Their neurons prune like crazy, creating new neural connections so that they become mothers. We're not born mothers, we become them. And I know we try and become a better one to ourselves, to others, each day of our lives. At least I know that's what many, many people do. I know we're all really trying our best with what we know how. Children don't come with a rule book, as I heard Bonnie Coyle tell me recently. And it's true, if they came with a rule book, you wouldn't have to figure it out on your own. And mothering ourselves, reparenting ourselves, that doesn't come with a rule book either. But that's the journey as well. So no matter what the circumstance of your mother experience is here in this human body, in this now moment, take a moment of gratitude. Take a moment of gratitude in your heart and thank that mother who allowed your spirit to come through her and enter this planet. When we're in this place of gratitude, we can't help but see the divine and more in our lives. We can't help but having that much more open of a heart from a place of gratitude. And take a moment to thank yourself in your heart center right here, for mothering yourself, for treating yourself with care and compassion and wisdom and beauty and sacrifice. And now if you'll join me in a very simple practice. The easiest way to connect to the Divine Mother is through repetition of her name, by simply repeating the name Mother. You can repeat it in your mind or you can repeat it out loud. This is japa mantra in many other traditions. This is like doing the rosary in the Catholic tradition. Connecting. When we say prayers, we are speaking to God, to the masculine or the feminine aspect of God. But when we call them in, when we call their mother, when we call in mother, it's like a child calling out to their parent. Come to me. Embrace me. And this is the connection to grace, to the divine, to God, that is so vital for us to do, to experience that connection. And it wasn't until I experienced that connection did I really feel the embrace of the divine, and I knew it to be true without a doubt in every fiber of my being. So I'll invite you right now, be comfortable, take note of your body, Notice your head, your fingers, your toes, and just get present in your body so you can then call out to receive the embrace of the Divine Mother. And just simply notice what you feel in your body as you call on the name of the Mother. And now let's take some deep breaths. And if you want to make this practice even simpler, even shorter, and still sweet for yourself, you can inhale and think and exhale and think ma. So go ahead and inhale and think the M sound, like yummy cookies. Breathe in and think and breathe out This is a beautiful practice, even if you connect it with the Mother or not. But if you connect it with the Mother, it's even more powerful. Breathe in with me. Think Breathe out Breathe in and out Breathe in Breathe out One more time. Breathe in Breathe out And again, just keep your attention on your body and notice how you feel. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Thank you so much for expressing gratitude towards the mother figure within yourself and to the mother figures in your life. And I wish the Divine Mother's blessings for each and every one of you in every now moment of your life.